Good day, everybody. Welcome to Dialar's Twi'lek Tactics. This video is going to be kind of completely off the cuff. Basically, in this video, as the title says, should you play Marvel Future Revolution? Is it fun? I've been playing for just under 3 months, so I feel now is kind of a good time where I can kind of gauge whether or not you should start playing this, whether or not it's fun, whether or not you'll like it, and we'll discuss some benefits and pitfalls of this game. Alright, so let's just go right to the game. Of course, Marvel Future Revolution is a Marvel IP. If you're into Marvel, if you really like the Avengers, because there's only 9 characters in this game, it's Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow, Storm, Spider-Man, Star-Lord, Magic, and Doctor Strange. I do believe that might be all of them. If it isn't, oh well, sorry. And Captain Marvel. So if you like those characters, if you're really into them, maybe this game is going to be up your alley. But, one, it's a mobile game. So if you're planning, if you like mobile games, if you want to play this on your phone, you must know this is a very device-heavy game, as in, it will make your phone extremely hot, and it will... the graphics on this game are beautiful. I think the developers did a beautiful job creating all of the zones and all of the maps. They put a lot of time into this game, which is very surprising for a mobile game. But because it is so intensive, you'll notice as your phone warms up, there'll be a little temperature icon, and it will slowly, as your device gets hotter, it'll slowly ramp down the graphic settings of your game. So I do recommend, if you have access to a computer and an emulator, you play it on your computer, because then you can just ramp up those stats to max and you can get the full benefit of how pretty this game actually is. So it is a mobile game, but it is a very odd, like, MMO mobile game hybrid. I've tried a couple of these in the past, but I think that this game in general really does it well. And this is coming out of the Netmarble studio, and they've been making games for a long time, so they know what they're doing. Is this game free-to-play friendly, pay-to-win friendly? And I'm going to say it's kind of both. So, you pick a main character, and you level that main character through the story, and as you go, it's going to be giving you rewards that make you feel very significant progression on your character. Now, you're going to get to a point around 1 million power where you're going to hit a wall, and you're going to feel a lot of pressure if you're a spender to spend money to jump your character higher in progression tiers, or to increase your gear, to increase your cards, etc., etc., etc. So yes, it is free to play friendly. You can do that. The dailies, the stuff you gotta do every day, is really free to play friendly. But if you want to be the best, there is definitely a jump up from free to play to pay to play once you hit end game, we'll say. One way I'm going to show you guys what that means is if we just get out of here. I'm leveling up my Captain America right now. So I first started a character on a different server before I found a buddy that told me, hey, no, before you get too far, come jump servers and re-roll your character. Alright, so let's go back. So, I originally first made a character on this server right here, Omega Flight. Nope. Go back to that. Alright. So, Captain Marvel was my first character. As you see, level 71. I did start some other ones. But when I started playing, this was pretty much free to play. So this will be a good judge of gear and whatnot that you're going to get free to play as you progress, and it will spoon feed you some good pieces. You'll think you're doing really well. That's not how it doesn't come that easy, believe me, it does not. All of your alts, they're all going to be a grind. You're not going to get any freebies. So look at that, 4-star costume box, right? It's giving me all sorts of good stuff. Show me my most wanted. Yeah, I'm not going to kill him. Alright, done. So my Captain Marvel. Oh, yeah. Don't care. You can see how long it's been since I played this. Skip. Alright, thanks. Thank you, Rocket, for teaching me how to do something that I already knew how to do. Screw off, Rocket. I don't want any more tutorials there, bud. Yes. Okay. Yes, you don't have all day. No, I don't have all day, Rocket. Get out of here. All right. So as you see, I've got a steampunk gear. Now this special gear, this is like the hardest gear to get in the game. Somehow I got that piece. As you see, these two pieces, they're purple, but they're nothing special. They're just typical gear, nothing great about them. And then this one's gold, but it's just a normal piece of gear. Nothing great about that one either. And then the badges, nothing great, but it makes you feel like, you know, getting this gear, especially getting this special gear, makes you feel like you're progressing pretty quickly through the game. Now, that progression, it's going to come to a screeching halt real quick. As you see, got all this stuff. Let's look at what gear I have saved up. See, like, I got some regional pieces, Dark Domain gloves, Sakar gloves. I got some stuff. How did I get it? Don't know. But it makes you feel really good inside, and that is not exactly how it goes. Once you hit endgame, if you're free to play, gear and cards are going to be really hard to come by. If you think of it like this, it takes 6 pieces of 1-star gear to make 1 2-star gear. Times that by 6. It takes 36 pieces of 1-star gear to make 1 3-star gear. Times that by 6, and it goes up from blue to purple to red. It's a lot of gear, and they do not hand out the fodder for that gear very easily. It's not very plentiful, and it's the same with cards, although cards feel a little faster because you can get 7 cards just from beating mini bosses in each zone each day, and then you get a bunch of cards from beating you get 2 chances to kill like elite bosses in a zone, and you get a bunch of cards and stuff from them. So cards feel like they progress faster, but again too, once you get them up to gold, going to red feels like it takes an eternity. So is this game free to play friendly? It is, kind of. Once you get to a certain point, it's not free to play friendly anymore. But it's fun. The story mode, which spans a whole bunch of zones, they did a really good job on that zone, or on that mode. So you'll run through it one time with your main, but in order to make that journey easier, you're going to have to develop a whole bunch of alts along the way. Eventually what they want you to do, so this is me on Hydra. These are all my main characters, right? These top 4 are the ones I'm working on. Eventually they want you to make all of them, because each successive character you work on builds the power of your entire squad. So your last alt will still be getting materials that benefit the power, or increase the power of your main. I really like this system. It works really well. Gear is pretty much locked to your character. You can't, you know, what you farm on one character, you're pretty much stuck with on that character. But you can pay gold to transmute it to another character. Cards, you can move in and out. And badges, which is the basic components of gear, you can kind of move in between characters. So you can, as you're leveling an alt, you can move all your cards and all your best badges over to that alt to help make that alt's progression through the story mode that much easier. When I say badges, what am I talking about? I'm talking about these things right above my head. These are basically, think of them as a level of gear. And then cards is another level of gear. You can move these over to your other character very simply through this method right here. It's called card storage. You kind of have like this bank. You have one for cards and one for all your items. So as you see all these cards that are in the bank, they can be acquired. You can go into one of your alts and take those cards, which will give these stats to your alt. But the exclusive stat, which is as soon as you take a card to 4-star or purple, whatever character that you did that act on, it will bind that stat to that character. As you see, it says exclusive stat Black Widow. So the alts that you move those cards to will not get the benefit of this increase in, say, total damage. But you can transmute that card, which is basically a function in-game of you paying gold to re-roll that card, but it's random. and hopefully you get that exclusive stat will land on the character you're trying to roll it to. And that's the same with gear too. It's 200,000 gold for one roll, random what character it goes to. So buyer beware. The other level of gear is companions. Companions are shared across all of your characters. You can equip them on every character. They don't have to be equipped on just one. And these characters, as you see, the ones that are equipped will give these stats, these fixed effects, to your character. So they have to be equipped to get these fixed stats. As you see, my Hulk has, you know, it's all attack, defense, and HP. The bonus effect, not the bonus effect, the collection stat, you'll get passively, regardless if you have them equipped or not. So a little bit of HP, which is negligible, and then Ultron max damage rate goes up. Some of these characters are a little bit better. Say Ghost Rider, his collection stat is really good. Increases experience gained by 6.6%. Now that seems good, but also buyer beware. If you're using the Pegasus base, which is a way for you to power level your alts, I noticed that it didn't feel like I got any benefit from that experience up from, say, Ghost Rider or Kasim or whatever his name is here. I can't remember his name. Kasim, yeah. All right, so should you play it? Is it fun? Yes. Time-wise, I came from a game previously that took up a whole lot of time, like an exorbitant amount of time to be competitive. The tasks you had to do in the game each day was a lot. There were certain game modes that would span 24 hours. It was very time intensive. You could spend hours just tweaking your gear, like min-maxing your gear. That is an insanely time. It was nuts, the amount of time that game required to be competitive at it. This game, you can run through all your dailies in about an hour. In fact, you want to spend at least an hour a day in game, because you will get these. If you spend 60 minutes in the game, you'll get a training time or a training grounds ticket, which is gives you 10 minutes of extra training time, which you're going to need to level up your characters from 105 to 120. So you'll at least spend an hour just doing the dailies. What are the dailies? The dailies are certain game modes. Blitz, basically you go in with 3 other people and you kill a boss. Most Wanted, that's just on you. That's a solo daily where you're going around trying to kill 3 mini bosses in the zones. Special Operations is a game event again. You go in with 3 people. All of your stats are equalized, so it's a purely free-to-play game mode. And you're trying just to complete a task, and they vary on what it was available that day. Training Grounds, that's how you level your character from 105 to 120. It's basically a zone you're just going to grind out mobs, killing mobs. Battle Challenge, that's something you got to complete once a week. You do all these fights, right? As you see, 35 fights, you do them all. It's kind of like a ladder of difficulty. 1 being very, very easy, 35 being obviously very hard. As you see, the recommended power to clear this last tier is 1.1 million. And there's the rewards right here, not too bad. That's that game mode, you do it once a week. A raid, you got to do a raid once a day. Basically, you're going in killing these bosses. There's 5 levels of difficulty. It takes 5 minutes. You go in with 3 other people. You kill the boss. You get materials that will help boost your stats of your character. So is this game fun? Yes. Is it free-to-play friendly? Yes. Until you hit a certain point where they're going to pressure you to be pay-to-play. But it is free-to-play friendly. More free-to-play friendly than a lot of the other games I've played. The IP is great. It looks great. It's really pretty to play. I don't know about the developers, how well the communication is. They have a forum post that it's not great communication. They do these little Q&As or these videos every so often, but it's basically corporate faces that just tell you and try to hype up their game, in my opinion. Some of them, looking at old videos, don't even know. You can tell they don't even play the game, but they're doing their best, right? They're the corporate face to us. So, what else? Should you play it? Again, if you like this kind of game, if you like MMOs, if you like mobile games, Yes, if you don't want to spend a whole lot of time, this game's not that time intensive. There is a lot of good PvP elements. I'd say the PvP elements outweigh all the PvE, although it looks like they're moving to add more PvE content very quickly and upcoming into the game. 3 months in, and I still have a lot of stuff to do. So my main, I finally feel like I got my main at a respectable level, and that's with almost 3 months of work. While all these characters are leveled, all of the gear and the cards and the raid materials, all of the stuff you got to get to power them up, it's a grind. So it's gonna take a long time before you're ever done, unless you want to spend a whole lot of money on this game. And full disclosure, I've put about $1,000 into this game to get all of these characters to the points where they are now. These bottom 5, Star-Lord, Captain Marvel, Storm, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man, are basically empty shells of characters. All I've done is level them through the story mode. That's it. These ones I am developing more. I'm fleshing them out a bunch more because I want to use them for the upcoming PvE game modes. Again, I told you guys I was going to ramble, so now I'm starting to feel a little rambly. But as you see, this game is very beautiful. Like they've put a lot of time into the graphic design, just the look, the aesthetics of this zone. In fact, I want to take you guys, let's pick a flyer. I want to take you guys to a couple maps to highlight how much time and effort they've put into this game. So here's all the zones. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zones for now. And that's not saying they couldn't add more. Let's go to Midgardia. Alright. Let's go to this map. So basically the premise of this game is that all the different planets in the multiverse, or all the dimensions in the multiverse, are sort of crammed together. And basically this Earth is like a mishmash. If you guys read comic books and you're familiar with Secret Wars, this is basically Battleworld. So some characters are flyers and some are not. You have to choose wisely, because being a flyer will give you benefits in this game versus like my main Black Widow is the slowest character there is, it seems. Actually, let's just do this. We'll point and shoot. So as you see, you can go to the map. It'll automatically take you somewhere. You can play a lot of this content on auto. So let's stop right here. So check out this map. You see all the trolls fighting beneath me. Isn't this is a mobile game? Look at the detail these guys have put into this. Like, look at these trees over here. I can see the trees moving, and the leaves are quite well fleshed out. Look at this. You see the view distance is great. The scaling is awesome as you get near to something. Crossbones just appeared. Do I want to fight him? No. So this is a boss, a zone boss, Crossbones. I want to take you to one other zone that it kind of really made me really appreciate how nice, how much time they put into this game. I gotta find the boss. Where is he? Fenris. Alright, check out this zone, guys. It is quite gorgeous. So we're not in Jotunheim, technically. We're still in an Asgardian zone. But obviously there's the theme of this is frost giants. Alright, so here we go. So look at this castle coming up to my left as I come to the zone. Look at this. Look at this detail. Like, how can you not respect that? Look at way back in the distance. You see a trash mob up on the cliff. Look at even these trees. Look way up. You would have no real reason to look up, but you can. And you can see the branches at the tops of these trees moving. Oh, let's drop down and show you what a little bit of fighting action looks like. Boom. All right. Yep, get him. So I have it on auto, so he'll obviously... The Hulk got summoned. He's my companion. And we're sitting here killing frost giants. Basically, this right here feels very World of Warcrafty. They've taken... Which even makes it more impressive that you can play this on your phone. Alright, so you guys tell me. If you watch this, if you can kind of decipher my rambling, should you play this? Would you play this? If you stumble across this video, if you're not one of my regular old Star Wars viewers, or if you're not some people in my guild currently in Marvel Future Revolution, if this is the first time you've ever watched one of my videos, you tell me, would you play this game based on what you've seen? Alright? Plus my link, the link for my Discord is in the description if you guys really want to come. And you can come tell me in person. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully my rambling made sense. I'm going to go have a beer now. Alright. Later, guys. Bye-bye.